today we are once again talking about autograph scams when it comes to sports cards, this time Panini and Topps cards that are missing their sticker autos allegedly, and people are going ahead and using those to scam others. I want to unpack this for you today because a Reddit thread popped up that I think is very interesting. It's also indicated a seller on eBay may be doing some hanky-panky, so I'll talk you guys through that. I'll show it on screen. And then just talk through my thoughts on why you guys need to be a bit careful when it comes to these kinds of autograph scams out there, because these are not new. We've talked about them time and time again on this channel, and despite people coming out in the past saying this stuff is negative and I shouldn't be talking about it because maybe it's giving people ideas, this stuff is a lot more mainstream than what you think. And it's so much so that when I've talked about it in the past, it's been a trigger point for PSA to go ahead and change policy. So I'll unpack that for you a little bit later on. This is not a small fish in a big ocean. This is a lot bigger than what people think, and I want to talk about it so you guys can be aware and be protected for yourself. Now, this is the Reddit thread in question. It was posted, I want to say 4 or 5 days ago in the sports card subreddit, and somebody posted, a photo of this Ohtani and Mike Trout Superstars duo autos from Stadium Club. I think it's from 2021. I could be wrong, but it's clearly missing the autographs, and you can sort of see on the back of the card as well, it says that it is meant to contain their autographs. Now, cards missing sticker autos out of packs is nothing new. We've seen this time and time again. I'm actually going to show you an example recently from Valor Sports Cards. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that you see sort of stuff like this happen. We've obviously talked about it in the past that, what people have done when things like this have popped up is actually take the sticker autos off to put them on fake cards, then try and scam people. I'll talk through that a little bit more in a second. But what may have happened here is that this might have actually been missed by the factory out at Topps. They've had it happen a lot in recent times. Actually, I want to say a lot, maybe 5 or 6 times that I can recall. And it's just one of those things that, it raised the eyebrows when I did see it. Now, the reason why this turned into a video for me, because I can't confirm whether this card itself has had some hanky-panky or somebody's intentionally removed these stickers, but somebody posted a link to an individual's eBay page that I thought was very, very interesting. Now, they've got 29,000 items listed. Now, when I first opened this 5 days ago, there was a lot of cards on here that were very questionable. And when I say very questionable, I mean cards that were flagged in the description as having no auto errors. And this guy had a lot of them. Now, when I went to make this video today, like I said, I saw this 5 days ago, I found it really hard to sort of find the things that I saw 5 days ago. I went to their completed history, and you can see here that there is a crap ton of cards that are tagged as no autograph errors, some from the same set that this Topps Trout was pulled from, the Ohtani Trout, I should say, and some from other sets. But you can sort of see here, we're going to scroll, and this guy has a lot of cards. There's at least 20 there that have no autographs on there, and he's called them errors. This is very questionable in my opinion, and goes to things that we've talked about before. Now, I'll quickly say, we don't know if this seller's done anything wrong. Maybe he just got a case that had all this crap in there, or maybe he was actively chasing them. But when you sort of see an individual have this many, it raises a lot of questions around maybe cards getting backdoored, or this person maybe going ahead and ripping sticker autos off to go ahead and make custom cards to scam people. Now, I'll let you guys check out his page for yourself. Like I said, I'm not saying this guy's done anything wrong, but when you see that many, it's very questionable, right? So I would encourage you guys to check out the other listings and see if there's any more there that I've missed. But it's, like I said, one of those ones that, raises eyebrows. And the reason why it raises eyebrows when I see stuff like that is because of these videos you're sort of seeing on screen right now. We've talked about these for a number of years where you've had, legitimate examples where people have taken genuine cards, they've taken the sticker autos off there, they've put them on a fake card, and they've gone ahead and got those included in PSA slabs and then scammed people off the back of it. And this became such a big problem that PSA actually went ahead and changed their approach to grading these kinds of things. And we'll get to that in a second. I just wanted to quickly flag that point, because when people are sort of hearing this, they're going to say, what's the big deal? The big deal is this has got to a point where PSA's had to change policy, right? This is not, something that people are randomly doing here and there. These things grow up to be pretty big problems that PSA, a big business in this space, actually went ahead and changed how they police things. So what was sort of happening here, like I said, was people were taking genuine sticker autos, putting them on fake cards, getting that autograph authenticated. It would make its way into a PSA slab. They would then sell that, and then take the genuine card that had the Steph Curry autograph on there originally, put a fake auto on there, like I said earlier, and then double dip on the scam and sell both things and sort of rip off people. And this is obviously completely unacceptable. It's incredibly shady. It's fraud at the end of the day, and one of those ones that PSA had to change their policy on, like I said. So if you guys don't recall this, around, I want to say June last year, it says right there, PSA brought back their blue labels when it came to autograph authentication, because what basically happened with this Steph Curry situation was the cards were fake. The autographs were genuine, but the cards were fake. Now, when PSA would previously authenticate an autograph, they'd put it in their normal red label, And instead of saying the set name at the top of the slab, they'd say just trading card. And then they'd say the autograph was genuine. So people would sort of see that and say, hey, this person hasn't got the card graded. This is a Steph Curry rookie card with an autograph on there. I'm going to buy this and make some money off it, because obviously most people would know that these things were fake, which is why PSA labeled it that way. But unsuspecting victims out there wouldn't know that. They'd buy it, they'd get burned because they'd realize later on that the rookie card itself was fake. So sort of stop that from, after pushback from myself and many others out there saying you guys need to fix this, PSA brought back that blue label to clearly say that the card is a trading card. The card wasn't authenticated, only the autograph was looked at. Now, from my perspective, if PSA knows the cards are fake, which they should have known with these Steph Curry rookie cards, they shouldn't slab them at all, right? Because you don't want to put your name, your brand image associated with something that's fake. But this was a good step in the right direction. And this is the avenue that people are going to go down when it comes to these no autograph errors that are apparently showing up again. So, like I said, I saw these pop up on Reddit. It's nothing new, but I thought, you know what, here's a good opportunity to talk about it again to try and prevent some of this scam crap from happening. Or maybe you've dealt with this seller before, maybe you know this seller, maybe you know that these things are genuine from him. You can confirm that in the comments, but at the very least, I wanted to do a bit of a public service announcement because this stuff is scary and people do get burned. And like I said, people go ahead and sort of buy this crap and then they'll try and scam others as well. Maybe this guy's doing nothing wrong, but people may be buying it and looking to scam because these things, like it says here at the bottom, the signing of all Topps autograph cards are witnessed by Topps. Clearly, there's no autograph here, so what the fuck were they witnessing? But somebody's going to go ahead and buy this. There's a really good opportunity there for them to put a fake autograph on there, send it into PSA, and then guess what? PSA's going to grade it because the card's genuine, and they're not going to grade the autograph because you didn't ask them to. So this is where it just gets very sketchy, and you can actually rip people off and make a lot of money doing this. And there's a lot of people doing that. You might say, who's going to risk ripping a sticker auto off of a Shohei Ohtani or a Mike Trout card when they're worth big bucks already? Desperate people do desperate things. And when there's an opportunity, like I just explained today, to sort of make, a couple of grand potentially by ripping people off, by simply taking a sticker auto off and sort of milking the fact that these grading companies or these trading card companies are not doing the right things or not doing the best they can, people are going to go ahead and do that, right? We've seen it time and time again in this space. People are going to look for every bloody opportunity they can to try and rip each other off. And stuff like this is a no-brainer. I've had people like Patrick Ryan in the past when I've shown, a Patrick Mahomes rookie card 1/1 that was patch swapped. And he would he came out and said, well, why would somebody do that with a 1/1? Why would you take that risk? It's like, well, people have so much trust in this space. They're not questioning things. They're taking things on face value. These graders are making mistakes time and time again. If you have an opportunity here to turn a $10,000 card into a $20,000 card, people are going to do it, especially when you think about how much it costs just to participate in this space and how many people are losing money hand over fist when it comes to breaking and all that kind of thing, right? Desperate people are going to do desperate things. And this stuff is out there, so we need to call it out when we do, in fact, see it. Now, a few people had some really good other insights that I've not really thought about before. I think this person over here, or one of the people in this comment section, sort of implied that people were taking sticker autos off cards so it was easier for them to sort of trace the autograph to make fake autos themselves, which I thought was, pretty interesting and not something that I thought about before. But like I said, when you've got sellers like this popping up and there's many, many more, it's just highly, highly questionable and makes me very nervous about, sort of all the other shady crap that is going on out there. So, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hopefully I made sense today. Like I said, I don't think that seller's doing anything wrong, but when I see that, it's like, hey, that's odd. It's obviously a rare chance to sort of see one card happen, but, you're not going to see that many, at least in my opinion. And I think I said earlier, I would mention Valor Sports Cards because they came out recently with a pack pulled autograph that was missing. I think this is from Bowman Chrome, I want to say. You can sort of see here, there is I can't even see it because it's so blurry, but it's missing the autograph. And the reason why I record this video being posted is because he mentioned that he was doing a meet and greet with that athlete, I think later on in that week. So he basically said to the person who hit that card in the break, hey, if you want me to sign it or get him to sign it for you in person, we can get that to happen, right? So I thought this guy was doing a really good thing here from Valor Sports Cards. So that's why it was sort of front of mind. But I just wanted to show that quickly to show you guys, to highlight that you can get autographs come out of packs with no autographs, right? This is not new. It's happening more and more. And I think there's actually a stack of other cards that have been pulled without autographs from that set. But as you can sort of see on screen, he's actually getting it signed for that custom, which I thought was a pretty cool thing. But anyway, this one is sketchy. I want to know what you guys have to say down below. Use this as a public service reminder. Please share this with others because this kind of crap gets pretty scary pretty quickly when you think about how easy it is for people to circumvent the grading process and actually take advantage of these little loopholes that exist. So if you're one of those guys out there that's going to say, Hey, you're giving people ideas. I don't really give a shit, to be perfectly honest with you, because this is happening a lot more than what you think. And I'd rather, see a video like this get put out that maybe helps 1,000 people, 2,000 people become aware of it when they weren't, versus one person seeing this and going ahead and trying to scam it for themselves, right? You're not going to keep your lips shut to try and, let the bad guys winning. Or let the bad guys keep winning. I'm rambling. I brought the Jason Biggs loser hat out again. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. Cheers.